Bing. A bingy.
Yo.
You trying to tell us?
What's up, dude?
It's gonna be interesting.
You're still hungover? Are you still hungover?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it.
This is the Clear Frames Podcast, the Sidetrack Series.
Oh, nah, nothing. Just yesterday. We celebrated her birthday this weekend, right?
Yeah, Jackie's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jackie. And and then I left from there, and then I hung out with Ramon, and I got like plastered.
This fool sent me a text. I'm home. I made it safe. You fucking lying ass bitch.
I was at my sleeping destination.
This fool. You said home. You said you're going home. I'm like, hey, where you going? Oh, I'm going to
It was
Upland.
my home for the night. Yeah, I was.
Oh, were you in Upland?
Yeah, I wasn't Upland.
Okay.
I was at home from that, but I was hanging out with Ramon, and I ended up getting like shit faced and then whatever. And then we woke up the next day, and then
You know, I was wondering why you were saying you're hungover because I didn't think you drank like. I knew you drank at the brewery, but I didn't think you drank that much.
No.
I knew you were buzzing.
Yeah,
but
I would have been okay.
Yeah,
if I stopped there, I would have been fine. I would have been like perfectly okay the next day. No, but I had like Crown Royal shots and like all this other and I don't drink whiskey
it's because you
anymore.
mixed it.
Yeah, I don't drink whiskey at all anymore. Like I have like 2 bottles, but that was only because they were gifted to me. But other than that, like I won't order whiskey.
You have that 2-day hangover.
Yeah, pretty
That
much.
30+ hangover.
Yes, I do.
Ugh.
And no, it sucked because I went to so first thing in the morning I left from Ramon's, and I was gonna go home and sleep because I was fucking tired. At this point we had texted each other about like recording.
Yeah.
But I checked like AMC, and the only available showing was at 10:30. So I had 30 minutes.
Did you do it?
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to wait. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go. I went home, I changed real quick, and then I went. I was in there. I was miserable, bro.
I would
was
never
so
do that to
fucking
myself.
tired.
Why would you go to the movies hungover on a Sunday morning?
I don't know, dude. I
Bro.
felt like I was gonna die the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
I feel that way at home. I can't imagine in a movie theater filled with people, a loud movie theater with a big screen. I'd get all dizzy and sick.
No, the only nice thing is that it was dark and they had like the reclining seats, so I was like laying down.
Did you
I was
pass
like,
out?
No, I didn't.
No?
If I would have drank, like I probably would have fallen
Yeah.
asleep in there, but I didn't want to.
Great movie.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think it's the best one so far.
That says a lot because Volume 2 was dope.
Volume 2 was good, but
Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way.
oh yeah. But the reason why I
No
like
spoilers.
it so much is it's because that's the least funniest out of the 3.
Yeah, that makes sense for you because you love all this serious stuff. You hate comedy in Marvel movies.
Yeah. No, I don't hate it. I just have I have like goofy cornball fucking fatigue. Like I'm Taika Waititi out. Like
You get enough of that here or what?
yeah.
Low key.
Nah, I don't know. Like it's just like where it's not. Well, this is a comedy podcast, but like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not a comedy podcast, but like we
It's a
joke
comedy
around.
podcast with no comedians.
Yeah, we joke, we fuck around or whatever. But like I don't know. I don't need that insertion of comedy every single time. Like the more serious stuff that they like Marvel has, like Secret Invasion. I'm excited as fuck for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of like Endgame, Infinity Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That serious. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they give it the respect it deserves. Like Thor used to be like such a like he went from being like a super like noble character to like now he's like the butt of a
but
joke.
he was always goofy. Because even in the first one, he's like the goofy guy from outer space on Earth, and he doesn't know what simple Earth things are. Like, because he's so advanced, and he thinks we're so like behind. And he's like, "You guys are idiots," but he's like goofy about things.
Yes,
He's
and
always
no.
been that
yes
way.
And no. Yeah.
Don't talk about comic book Thor.
I won't.
Don't talk about comic book Thor versus.
I won't get into arguments about that. But that also raises like an interesting thing because of the you've heard of it obviously, right? The Screenwriters Guild.
No.
No, you haven't heard it?
No.
Oh, they're on strike.
Why?
because apparently like the writers aren't getting paid like enough. Like pretty much like
I
all
saw
the
that
actors and all that stuff are getting.
Okay, because I saw something about like a production company was on strike. I didn't know it was like a whole
Screenwriter.
Yeah.
If it's UC SGA, it's on. They're on strike.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
The same guys that blackballed. What's his name from The Well? Brendan Fraser,
they blackballed them.
didn't they?
The Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, remember we
screenwriters?
talked about it.
Was it screen actors or screenwriters?
Screenwriters.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why he didn't get any movie roles. Like after, what was it? Indiana Jones? No, not Indiana Jones.
It might have not been them. It might have been SAG, not Screen.
Oh, maybe.
Screenwriters.
I don't know. We talked about it, anyways.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. What's the
Because
Screenwriters Guild?
They just write it. They're not the the producers. They don't decide who's on the in the movies and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
But
they're literally the like the writers behind everything that you
Okay.
like.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So like James Gunn directed the movie, but like the person who actually sat there and wrote the whole story out, like they're the ones that are they're not getting enough money.
So, like, just in general, Screenwriters Guild.
So from my understanding of it is like if you write something for Hollywood, like the first time you write something, like if somebody likes it and they do it, like you're cool. But after that, if you're gonna become a working writer in Hollywood, you have to join the Screenwriters Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I guess it's almost like it's pretty much like a union.
Okay.
So that they're on strike right now. And literally, like, you can't, like, unless you want to be on their bad side, like, you can't write nothing. Like, if they're on strike, you don't write nothing for nobody else. Because,
So what are they on strike about exactly? They're just not getting paid enough?
Yeah, I
or
think so.
How much do these guys make?
They probably make more than me and you,
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
realistically. But, like, their probably complaints are, like, you're not making as good as, like, these actors and, like, everybody else.
Yeah.
And, like, it's, like, without them, it's, like... Would we still have that shit or not?
I mean, I think even actors are overpaid, but like,
oh yeah, I agree.
Paul, you think maybe you can look it up. You can see what like the average pay for a screenwriter.
I think you get paid by
guild member
by the script.
Oh, so okay, well, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think you're like on active payroll.
Yeah.
It's like an artist. Like you get paid by what.
And
you
if
write.
it's like a union, then they probably have to pay the screenwriter.
Yeah, like dues.
The guild. Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Hmm.
All right, so right here says a Writers Guild of America professional writers compensation ranges from $44,000 to $63,000.
Damn, that's what I make like in a year.
Wait, that's per script?
It just says compensation, so I'm guessing yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Compensation.
And how many scripts do you think they're putting out? Like,
if that's how much you get paid per script, I'd be fucking sitting there writing out my ass off.
yeah,
all
but not
fucking
everything
day.
gets picked up. Like, it probably has to get picked up, right, for you to make that much money.
Yes, but you also don't like if you really think about it, like everything that's out there isn't gold.
That's true. There's a lot of shit out there.
There's a lot of shitty stuff
Yeah.
out there.
If the low side is like 40,000, then that's what are we doing?
I don't know. We should be screening.
Pablo, what are the qualifications for a screenwriter? Like, can we just AI a script and fucking?
Well, okay, so interesting that you say that. So the funny thing is now they're like because like everything's on pause right now. Like the stuff that's already been written is obviously going to get put out or whatever. Like the next season of like Game of Thrones, it's already written out. That's getting put out. Stuff here and there, but like the first Marvel that's being affected is a new Blade. No, actually Daredevil. Daredevil got put on hold, and Blade.
Wait, that stuff's not written yet?
It's not written.
What?
Nah. So it's on hold. And there's talks of like from studios and companies that's thinking of like starting like to make an AI read a script or write a script.
I wonder, like,
and remember when I was telling you, I was like, watch what's gonna happen.
Tell me why I got a feeling like somebody will say like, oh, well, actually, I've been controlling this AI, or like I created this AI, and you owe me, $70,000 for this script that I wrote. Technically, you don't see something like that happening. Like, how do they take credit for that? Or do they pay the company like whatever we've been using? What is it called? Chat GPT. Do they contact Chat GPT and like say like, hey, we wrote a script. We're gonna give you this much money, and we own the rights now to this script.
Well, see, this is where I'm thinking of. So I feel like there's a gap, like a void right there that doesn't need to be filled. But like if somebody was like if I was smart and like I knew how to like program shit like this, I would make one specifically for writing screenplays.
Yeah.
Because my friend he's actually going to writing school for it. So and he's explained it to me like there's only really like 7 ways like pretty much to set a story up.
Okay.
There's only 7 different like plots or something like that, and like that you could really like go off of. Like you could mix things up here and there, but like the formats, there's only really like 7.
Which makes sense. Like you have the superhero format, I'm sure is one of them. You have the romance format. You have like the comedy, like sticky situation type stuff.
There's tropes. There's like that. There's stuff that like I guess like rules that you follow to make like a successful movie and all that shit.
Which is crazy how we get so like maybe not so much you because you never finish any shows, but we get so hyper fixated on like TV shows and stuff where it's literally the same. You think about it, it's pretty much the same thing every episode. It's just a different twist.
A good example is Walking Dead.
Yeah.
How often was it always the same thing?
No, yeah.
It's like it was run from the zombies. Okay, find somewhere safe. Okay, now we have to deal with the humans that are trying to steal what we got. We fight them, we lose everything, and now we're stuck fighting zombies.
And now we
again.
have a different boss. Like it's literally like a video game if you think about it, which is probably why we like video games or why we like these TV shows if you like video games. It's the same thing. Something happens, you fight a boss, and the boss can mean anything, right? It doesn't have to be a person. It can be like some kind of dilemma or something. We should go up, not today, but we should go up against AI. Kind of like the Office episode when Dwight is going against the
the website.
Yeah. We should go up against AI. We should write, like we should legit sit down, write a script. It's probably going to take us a couple hours and not a couple days. Versus AI, it's gonna take it like no more than 5 minutes. And then we should do an AI episode and then our script episode and see which one is better, or like which one does better. Because I mean,
AI's never, unless like, well, that's the thing. I don't think AI will ever have like the true creativity that a single person has. They're just taking stuff that works.
They're very generic. Yeah, they are very generic.
That's why I was telling you. The more descriptive you are with it, the better of a result it'll give you.
So we should do that. We'll come up.
We just won't give it any ideas. We'll be like, write this.
Well, no, maybe we'll have Pablo. Maybe we'll have Pablo try to be as descriptive as he can.
Yeah.
And then we should have the same description. Like maybe Pablo can give us a description, and then he has to give it the exact same description on AI. Like we can't ask questions, and then AI obviously can't ask questions, and then see who comes up with the better script.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man versus machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come up with it next week. We'll come up with like during the week we'll have Pablo come up with something. We'll talk about it after, and then
Maybe we did it before. We did it on the Turs episode.
What did we do? Oh, we did. Yeah, we wrote a script on the spot.
On the spot.
Imagine if we had actual time, like. Not on air, like doing this shit. Dude, we'll come up with something funny. Tripping and Killing was dope. I would still want to write that one day.
We should.
Or maybe we'll do
AI.
maybe we'll do Tripping and Killing. Like we'll
sit down and actually
write it.
And then have AI write.
Yeah.
A version.
Because I think Tripping and Killing is a simple enough script to where you can literally write an easy description for AI. We already have our description. We know what it is. Like we know what's going on. You know, fucking 5 friends go to what was it, like a Airbnb in the desert. They take shrooms, and then there's a killer, and each friend is dying off. And then is Turs tripping, or is Pablo killing? That's literally what it is. There's your description right there.
That'd actually be a good movie. I'd watch that.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I'm telling you, it's like a fucking Seth Rogen film.
Yeah, it is.
Why am I talking so much with my hands right now? It's because I'm excited. We should do that. We'll do that. We'll write like the legit screenplay. We'll have Turs come in, and we'll read the scripts.
Sounds good.
All right.
Stay tuned for that in the future. But on other movie-related stuff, did you see that? You know what Gran Turismo is, right?
The video game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see they're making it into a movie?
I thought they did that. No, Need for Speed.
Need for Speed, yeah.
No, I didn't see that. But Gran Turismo wasn't like a story per se.
No,
It was just racing.
it's like the like the FIFA of race car games. Like you're professionally like driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even like Mario Kart where you can like throw fucking like shells at people. Like,
No, it literally was
it's
just a race car game. I mean, as far as I remember, there wasn't really a story to
No,
it.
it was pretty boring.
Yeah. You just race, right? You just go 1v1 or maybe you can do like group races.
I think you could do group races. Like there was like definitely an online thing or whatever. But like,
Like
I feel like you had to really be into like performance.
Need for
cars.
Speed kind of made sense because you would run from the cops, right? It was the same thing. It was just you were in a car. There was never really a story. But you just get in, you race, you street race, and then you get in car and police chases in your car, and you get away.
I literally Gran Turismo was just like how fast you could drive on a track, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like there's no exciting, like no like cool jumps you could do or nothing. It's literally just on a track going around. Like
Remember when they said that the ending of Breaking Bad was like a teaser for Need for Speed?
well, because that led to El Camino, right?
Well, yeah, that led to El Camino, but before El Camino was a thing, like literally the last episode of Breaking Bad when Jesse takes the El Camino and he takes off, and then because it ends with him like driving off right into the sunset, and he's like yelling like "Hell yeah, bitch!" And then there was I think around the same time, maybe like a year if that after, they announced Need for Speed and they had like the trailer. And
Is he in that movie?
He's
too?
the main character in that movie, and then he's like driving off in the trailer.
I forgot about that, yeah.
And then people were saying like, "Oh, is this like a what was that? What's the director's name? I already forgot his name."
From Breaking Bad? I don't remember his name.
Anyways, they're like, "Oh, is this his film and stuff?" But I don't think he had anything to do with it.
I don't think he did either.
But people were saying like,
They were
"Oh,
just-
that was like his like."
You know what it might have been? It might have been that somebody in Hollywood had the idea to do El Camino, and then like,
Well, he directed
he
El
did?
Camino.
Oh,
Yeah,
did he?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
and somebody was like, "Oh, like let's make a Need for Speed movie," and like it could be, kind of sort of be related to that, but
No,
not
he
really.
directed it.
No, because don't you remember that when Black Widow came out, like right before it, what's the chick's name from Hunger Games?
I know who you're talking about, but I forget.
Yeah, so she put out, she did a movie that was almost exactly like Black Widow, but it's called Red Sparrow.
Really?
Yeah, where she's like a Russian operative, but she doesn't know, and I think she's actually a ballet dancer too, and like, yeah, it came out like right before Black
But
Widow.
that goes back to you saying how like there's only so many different,
Ideas out
yeah,
there. Yeah.
exactly.
I honestly think it's just like who could do it, like because sometimes somebody will put like somebody has a good idea, they put out the movie and the movie ends up being shit.
And
But
also,
if somebody
like,
could take that same idea and make it better,
a lot of people's ideas come from like books or like comic books, right? You have, I mean, there's only so much that you can put in a comic book, but same thing with like just regular books that we don't read. But
yeah,
like a lot of our favorite movies come from books, and we don't.
if you really like look into it, most of them are books.
Yeah, and then who's to say that this person got the rights to write a movie based off this book and like actually base it off the book versus somebody that also read the same book, but they just thought like, hey, I'm just gonna put my own twist to it enough to where it's not like a copyright infringement or anything. And now it's like, okay, you have the real story based off the book versus somebody that they used it as not as a they used it as a just enough to like spark something in their brain to continue to like write something new, but enough to include it. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I follow it.
All right. Sometimes I start saying things and I'm like, where am I going? I'm glad you get it.
No, but I think the thing with books is a lot of them like are so old too, like they lose their IP or not their IP, they become like public domain or whatever.
Right.
So then anybody could just use it, like Peter Pan, all that stuff. All that stuff
Yeah.
books, Pinocchio,
That takes a while.
Little Mermaid.
It takes like 50 years or something like that, no?
I don't know.
It takes a long time because like Winnie the Pooh.
I think Mickey's about to become public domain.
Really?
Yeah. Which I don't know how Disney's gonna handle that.
They're still gonna sue the crap out of people.
Probably, huh?
They'll find a loophole. They have enough money.
They probably do. Well, you saw Idiocracy. Well, no, I actually never watched the movie.
I never watched it either. I just saw the
Thing about the
clip.
Crocs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty interesting. Because I don't know how old that movie is. Oh, if you guys don't know, there's a movie that with starring Luke Wilson that came out. I don't know how long
I think they
ago.
said it was like 10 years ago,
Was it?
at least. Pablo, look up Idiocracy.
I want to say it's more.
and
I feel like it's
look
older.
up that release date.
Well, but in the movie, it's supposed to take place in the future.
Right.
And I don't know I've never seen the movie. I don't know the plot of it.
I think the plot, I think like basically they're saying that we keep thinking the future is going to be all advanced and it's going to be like high, like, yeah, it kind of is like, technology, but, they expect everyone to be like Bill Gates, like just fucking like brainiac type of people. And I think Idiocracy is kind of like they're going in the opposite direction where maybe like the technology is actually dumbing everyone down. Can you look up the plot to it maybe, or the synopsis, Pablo? Because I that's the way I understood it, that it's like it's the opposite. It's the opposite. Like we're all dumbed down. We're actually not advanced. You know what I mean?
I'm actually hitting a little too close to home.
Well, that's the thing,
like
and that's the
true.
thing. It is true, and that's where the whole Crocs thing comes in. Because the director was he was like, well, I want to give everyone like a generic shoe that basically is like, how did he describe it? Well, one, he wanted it to be a shoe that he thought would never blow up, right? And it was supposed to be like a shoe for dumb people type of thing.
Well, it was the not the set designer, the person put some wardrobe.
Okay.
It was a wardrobe lady, and she like went out and she would try to look for a shoe that looked futuristic, and it was a small startup company at the time.
But I don't think she wasn't looking for futuristic.
There she was.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so it says in 2005,
Damn, 2005.
average and every weight Private Joe Bowers is selected to
17.
take part in a secret military experiment to put him in hibernation for a year along with a woman named Rita. The slumbering duo is forgotten when the base they are stored on is closed down and are left in stasis until 2505. When they finally
That's in the
wake up,
future.
they discover the average intelligence of humans has decreased so much that Joe is now the smartest man in the world.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now look up Idiocracy Crocs.
But so the shoes were supposed to be futuristic.
But like a dumb person shoe, like you're not tying your shoe anymore, right? Because we're too stupid to tie our shoes, and then everybody
that
has
makes sense.
Crocs.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, jump 17 years into the future, and guess what? Everyone is wearing Crocs. Like, are we idiots?
They're comfy, bro.
I mean, I finally dished out on a pair of Crocs. They go
out. They're like $40.
well, like I caved in. I guess I should say. It's not like
I splurged.
I can.
I have 10 pairs of Crocs.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
I can splurge.
I actually have a lot of pairs of Crocs. I have like 4 pairs of Crocs.
Yeah, the more Crocs you have, the dumber you are. They say. I only have one pair. But dude, I mean, I don't wear them. I just wear them. Like,
You said they're your guilty secret that you only wear them at.
they're like my station shoe. Like I wear them to drive to work. I wear them around the station, and I wear them to drive home.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're comfy. You can't deny it.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
I think they're comfy.
I feel like nothing really like I've never felt like a cloud on my feet. Like
Really?
Yeah, I got the Yeezys and it's like, okay, they're half a size too small. I got the slides and then I was like, well, this is nice, and then eventually it's just like another regular slide that's not like a cloud anymore. I've never had like a shoe that I'm like, oh my god, like I'm walking on cushions.
Not even like at first? Like when you first put them on, like, oh, these are so comfy?
Yeah, but then it like goes away.
Well, yeah, you wear them in, bro. That's what it's called.
The whole point should be that they're
They
always
always
like
stay
that.
like clouds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. Maybe get like some memory foam shoes or something.
But then it's like too tall and shit, like, or like it's just not. It just never fits right.
I don't know. I just like Crocs are easy. Like you usually want to go somewhere real quick. All right. Like I've gone to the movies in Crocs.
Yeah.
You're in the dark. Who the fuck's looking at you?
No, it's not that. It's just I don't. I mean, even slides, like I wouldn't really leave the house, wearing slides. If I'm gonna stay in the truck, like go to the drive-through somewhere, then yeah, I'll wear slides. But if I'm getting out,
Are you what's the word? Do you feel vulnerable if your toes are out?
not really. Like I'm not scared to show the dogs. Like the dogs are out there. The dogs are out there.
Woof woof.
No, it's just like it's just a comfort thing. I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. I'm just not comfortable wearing slides or Crocs
Out in public.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's like me too, though, because like I feel like for like if I leave the house, like I never leave the house bummy. Like that, peak bum would be me wearing Crocs. That's me being bummy. But like I don't really leave the house out in basketball shorts, like shit like that.
Yeah. See, to me,
Like,
okay,
if
that's
I
it.
go out somewhere, like I'm always like
That's
like,
it. Slides and Crocs are like kind of like my bummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta have some shoes on. Even if they're beaters, like at least I have shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. But yeah.
If you ever got like stranded somewhere, what would be like the one fit? Like say like you're just traveling actually, and you know you're on a budget, right? You're traveling, you're on a budget. You packed all your, you know, a couple pairs of shoes, some nice clothes, like a couple nice fits, and then everything gets lost. Well, first off, what would have been your like airplane or your airport fit?
I'm definitely wearing Crocs. You gotta be comfortable.
Yeah. No. So you would have worn Crocs, pair of sweats maybe, or
yeah.
All right, and then just like a t-shirt and a sweater or something like that.
Like if I have one or two matching sweat fits. I'd probably wear something like that.
All right, and you're meeting up with somebody, like important meeting. Doesn't have to be business. Just you just have something important going on, and it's happening like as soon as you land. Were you planning on like getting dressed as soon as you land, or would you just do that?
Like as soon as I land, like I don't even have time to go back to like the hotel room or something.
Yeah. Well, they lost your bags too, by the way. All your shit. So what's on your body is what you got.
Then yeah, I would.
That's how I live my life. Like
I was expecting something like an important meeting.
No, just like if something happens, like say I get a phone call and I got to go somewhere, or like say I get pulled over, or like just anything. And like
the pulled over one is a good point because like you don't want to be in jail, like
because you know what, I'll even put this out there.
Like say you went to jail with like no sandals. I think they take your shoes away sometimes.
Well,
so you'd be barefoot.
This is what I do too. When I'm home,
dude, they take your shoes away. I don't remember.
When I'm home and comfortable, I like free balling in my sweats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm doing a quick errand, I'm not gonna get out. Fuck it, I'll throw my slides on and I'll go free balling in my sweats because I'm not gonna get out, you know. But then it's like, all right, what if like you get pulled over or like something happens and you're free balling in your sweats and then like I don't know, you're getting searched or you know what I mean? That's how I live my life. It's just like I gotta like comfort is cool. I'll be honest, if I go to the airport, I'm still not wearing Crocs or slides. Like I'm still not wearing sweats. Maybe sweats. Or maybe like in between, like a nice jogger or something like that.
You just reminded me of you seen what is it, Knocked Up, the movie?
Yeah.
Where he comes out, he's like naked and shit. Because it's like like when you sleep, like if there's an earthquake or something like that. Like if you're just like in your boxers and shit.
I'm the type of guy. I'm the type of guy that'll fucking grab a pair of pants and a shirt, and then I'll make the exception with the Crocs that day.
Oh,
but I'll still put on pants and a shirt.
Well, yeah, obviously same. Like you're not gonna run out like butt ass naked, but yeah.
Well, no, like
that's what that reminded me of. I'm just like, yeah, that's true. You never know.
But also, I never leave the house.
Do you shower with clothes on too?
No. I'm saying I never leave the house during an earthquake. Do you do that?
No. But I think if it was a big enough earthquake, you would probably leave the house, or no. Or you'd wait for it to
I kind of just...
What would you do? Like, we live in California. Like, I've never really thought about it. Like, if there's an earthquake, what's your first...
Honestly, okay.
Just freeze.
Any earthquake, yeah. I just sit there. Half the time, I'm like, is this an earthquake?
Yeah.
Is this an earthquake? It's still going? Okay, yeah, it's an earthquake. And I just sit there, and I'm listening. Anybody else at home reacting? Anybody at home rushing out of their rooms? No, everybody's staying in. Okay, I'm going to stay in. And then I'll get out, like, or I'll call my mom, or like I'll get out, like, hey, you okay?
Feel that? Hey, did you feel that?
Or I'll be like, I'll be like, did you feel that? Or are you okay?
I feel like the first thing is like, did you feel that?
And then I've been I don't remember if I was at Steph's house or if I was on the phone with her, but like they all fucking run out.
Do they?
They jet. They all jet. Literally, everyone jets. They all go in the front yard.
They have a meeting spot?
They all just go in front.
Or
the
just
front.
instinct?
Yeah, they all just run to the front. And I was like, oh wow, like.
Did they leave you? Or was she like, come on, let's go?
I don't remember.
You're just sitting on the couch like, what?
I don't remember if I was there or not. I think it might have been on the phone or something.
Okay.
But yeah, they were all outside. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never ran.
I just stay in my room.
Are we one of like the only states that has like, you know how like in school they used to make you like do the duck and cover shit?
Probably, but like other states probably have like tornado drills and shit like that. You know what I mean?
They gotta go to like the basement or some bullshit.
Like us, yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that. You know what's crazy too? When we were younger, like we used to have like the school shooter ones too. Where they would like close all the blinds and stuff like that.
Lockdowns.
Was that like an after Columbine thing?
I'm not too sure.
I feel like we would do it before that.
I mean, Columbine was what, like 99, something like that.
Yeah, but I remember doing it, or maybe not. Maybe after I was 9.
But I think lockdowns were always a thing.
Like in case there was like some random dude.
Yeah. Or like even if there was somebody like the cops are looking for someone outside the school, they would still lock down the school.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But going back to what you were talking about with the airplane and shit. Fucking all right, do you remember Malaysian Airlines Flight 370?
Is that the one that went missing and just
2014.
And nothing was
They've never found it. They've never found no passengers. They never found the plane.
They found nothing about it. It just disappeared.
Yeah.
It traveled into a different dimension or a different timeline.
That's what a lot of people. Well, there's a lot of different theories. Like there's theories that our military shot it down because there was some cargo on there that was a thing. Another thing was that it there's the one that disappeared or whatever. You know, like they went through like a wormhole. There's like a theory, and I forget what like the third one was. But yeah, like they lost track of it on their radar screens, which is like, how the fuck does that happen? And then it stayed on the military's radar screen for like another 30 minutes, and then it just completely vanished.
And it was like a big plane, right? Like a lot of people.
It was a Boeing, like
yeah,
like 747, I think.
How does that happen?
It had like 227 passengers plus like 12 flight attendants and like.
Was there like anyone important or? You know what I mean?
Oh, the other crazy thing that
do they have like the manifesto or something?
The manifest?
Manifesto. Yeah,
I'm gonna kill everybody.
The pilot had a manifesto.
A passenger one, yes, but supposedly the one for the cargo disappeared. They weren't ever able to find it. That's why they think that it had something to do with like the cargo on there. But that was like one of the biggest operations. Like they were looking, they finally like gave up in like 2019 or something. Like they're like, we're never gonna fucking find this shit. But I remember like shortly after it happened and they had looked, like they couldn't find anything. So they were releasing like the satellite footage of it and having like anybody, like you could hop on, look at it and see if you found anything and like report it to them.
Okay. I vaguely remember.
Yeah, because like they legitimately couldn't find it.
They were desperate, yeah.
And I heard this one I didn't look up. I should have, but like I remember distinctly hearing that this happened sometime like back in the day. I don't remember what year it was, but there was a plane that legitimately disappeared. There was no trace of it. And then like supposedly it reappeared like 3 years later. Like
I heard about
you've heard that too?
Something about that, yeah.
Like it went through like a time hole or whatever. And like everybody on there, like they remember being gone like maybe 15 minutes, but they had actually been gone like for years.
Yeah. What's that movie? It's
Is that a movie?
not exactly that, but
Interstellar?
Yeah, Interstellar.
Have you ever watched that movie?
Yeah.
That's a good movie. It's just long.
Yeah. I think I've watched it in like
pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, I sat down and watched it all once, but it's like almost 4 hours.
Like 1 year I watched the first hour. The second year I watched the second hour. 6 months later I watched it. Not on purpose. It's just, it's on and I'll catch up where I left off.
Okay.
I haven't actually sat through the whole thing though, but I've seen the whole thing.
It's a good one. It's a Christopher Nolan film. But yeah, like I don't know, like I just don't understand how like the Bermuda Triangle could actually like be a thing like that. Like
maybe it's just like a ploy for something. I don't know.
Because people fly through it. They still fly through it.
But what
supposedly it like jams radar.
That's
like,
what they say, right? Yeah, it jams your radar and then do you lose like your controls?
I don't know about controls, but I think like
you don't know where
compass,
you're
like sense of
going,
direction.
and you just fucking
like there's like an anti-magnetic field.
Isn't it? The people have like actually, like, they've done like some deep diving in the Bermuda Triangle and actually found like
There's like a lot of like,
debris and, like,
there's
planes.
shipwrecks in there.
Okay, yeah.
There's plane crashes that they found in there. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
yeah.
Okay.
They find shit. No, but the other crazy thing, and this I think might have been a Mandela effect because that's what I was doing before we started. I was trying to look up research. But I remember a long time ago, like not even that long ago, maybe like a few years ago, seeing a TikTok about Amelia Earhart and how she never actually like. Remember they say that because she tried to fly around the whole entire world and she went missing.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing a TikTok saying that she never actually disappeared. That there was like some island that's like a Polynesian island that she landed on. And that they had
saw
proof.
that.
Do
I
you
saw
remember
that. Yeah.
Like because they had her on like
They had a picture of her with the
Yes,
plane.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they had like artwork like with
yeah.
her in it, like postcards.
Yeah.
And like even I think she even appeared like on their currency.
I don't know. Maybe. I do remember they had a picture or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a drawing of her next to the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like meeting like the islanders.
But
and
I also
stuff like
remember
that.
them saying that she just disappeared.
I don't know. Supposedly she lived on the island for a couple years, but I can't find that anymore. That disappeared. So either they got smart and deleted it because they were trying to hide something, or that was a Mandela effect.
What is the story that they taught us in school about her?
I just heard that she went missing. When I was doing my research right now they're saying that she got eaten by coconut crabs.
What the hell? What fucking timeline are we in right now?
I don't know,
Bro, fucking coconut
They're
crabs?
saying that, yeah, and then they're also saying that they probably discovered her body back in the 1940s, but they like misgendered her and they thought it was a man's body, but later on they discovered there's actually a woman's.
I vaguely
skeleton.
remember reading something about that.
Yeah, but supposedly they think they found her plane already. So she did actually go missing.
She was significant because she was it like the first woman pilot? Yeah. All right. Well, since we're on this subject, we got another screenplay today that AI generated for us.
Clear Frame Podcast goes to Sandals. Oh no, that's what I wrote it.
All right, just go ahead. Go ahead.
Call it flight 127 hours.
All right, so let me get to the edited version, and then we'll start this up. All right, so here we go.
You could play Big Cat.
Me?
No, Nestor.
I'll do Big Cat. Okay.
Yeah, Nestor does a good Big Cat.
All right, so go ahead, Pablo, set it up.
The Clear Frames podcast team is gathered around a table at a coffee shop, planning their next adventure.
So, guys, where do you want to go for our next trip?
How about Sandals?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. We could do a live podcast from there.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. I'll make the arrangements and book the flights.
Days later, the team is packed and ready to go. They arrive at the airport, eager to start their adventure.
Okay, guys, we have our boarding passes. Let's go.
I hope we get upgraded to first class.
Don't get your hopes up, guys.
You never know. We're the Clear Frames podcast, after all.
As they make their way through the airport, they start to attract attention from other travelers.
Oh my God, it's the Clear Frames podcast. Can we take a picture with you guys? Of course.
The team takes pictures with their fans and then heads to their gate, hoping for the best. As they board the plane, the team is still buzzing with excitement.
I can't believe we're actually going to Sandals.
It's going to be so much fun.
I hope we get upgraded to first class. You already said that, Big Cat.
As they take their seats, they start to get comfortable.
This is a nice-ass plane.
Yeah, it's spacious and comfortable.
I'm so hungry. I hope they have good food. We'll find out soon enough, man. Just chill.
As the plane takes off, the team settles in for the long flight.
Yep. I think it's time for me to take a fucking nap right now.
Me too.
I'm gonna watch a movie. I'll catch up on some work, you lazy fucks.
As they drift off to sleep and the plane hums along, the audience can hear a muffled snore coming from Big Cat's direction.
Looks like Big Cat's already living the dream.
The lights on the plane dim, and the audience can hear the faint sound of snoring coming from the entire team as they settle into their dreams of Sandals.
All right, episode 2.
All right. The team is fast asleep, snoring peacefully when suddenly they are awakened by a flight attendant tapping them on the shoulder.
Ding! Excuse me, sirs, but there's been a change in the seating arrangement, and we need to move you to first class.
Oh, what? What's first class?
Yes, sirs. We've had some cancellations, and we can now offer you seats in first class. Hell yeah. This is amazing.
I could get used to this.
What's going on? We're going to first class, buddy.
As they move to their new seats, they can't help but feel a little giddy.
Hey, yo. This is fucking nice.
These seats are so much bigger.
And there's so much leg room. This is definitely a step up from Coach.
As they take off, they start to enjoy the luxurious experience of first class.
Welcome to the good life.
I feel like royalty with these little sandwiches.
I can't decide what to watch first. I can't get used to working like this.
As hours pass by, they can't believe how lucky they are to have been upgraded to first class.
I don't want to go back. Oh, I don't want to go back to Coach ever again.
Yeah, me either.
I wonder how much longer until we get to sandals. Only a few more hours, Big Cat. Just relax, dude. Enjoy first class. That's what you wanted, right?
As they settle back into their seats, enjoying the luxuries of first class, they have no idea what's in store for them when they land.
Episode 3.
The team is still enjoying their first class experience, sipping on fancy cocktails and indulging in gourmet snacks when St. Pablo pulls out a deck of cards. Anyone up for a game of poker?
Yeah, I got the wrong brother gambling. Hell yeah, man.
You guys go ahead. I'm just gonna watch a movie. I'll play too. 100 on black.
I can't believe we're playing poker on a plane.
As they start to play poker, the drinks keep flowing and the team starts to get rowdy. This is so much fun.
I've got a good hand. I'm feeling lucky.
As they continue playing, the noise level starts to rise and the other passengers start to look over at them disapprovingly.
Ding. Excuse me, sirs. Could you please keep the noise level down?
Sorry about that. We're just having some fun.
Ha, I understand, but some of the other passengers are trying to sleep.
As the flight attendant walks away, the team quiets down for a little while, but they can't resist the urge to keep the party going.
Let's make a TikTok video, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh boy, here we go.
As they start to film their TikTok video, they start to attract even more attention from the other passengers.
These guys are so obnoxious. Sorry, we're just having some fun.
As they continue to party, they have no idea that their fun and games are about to come to an abrupt end. Part 4. The team is exhausted from their first class partying and gradually doze off to a sleep. Suddenly, the plane hits turbulence and they're all jolted awake. What's happening?
Oh, man, I don't know, but this doesn't feel good.
The turbulence gets worse and the team braces themselves for impact. Suddenly, there's a loud crash and everything goes black. When they wake up, they find themselves on a deserted island, surrounded by nothing but sand and palm trees.
What the hell just happened? Where are we?
I think we crashed. I think we're on a deserted island.
Oh, my God. What are we going to do?
The team starts to panic, realizing they are completely stranded. okay, let's think this through. We need to figure this out, how we're going to survive.
Yeah. We need to find food and water.
As they start to explore the island, they quickly realize that their situation is dire. They have no food, no water, and no way to signal for help.
We're never going to make it out of here alive.
Don't give up yet. We can survive if we work together.
The team starts to come up with a plan to survive on the island, using their skills and knowledge to gather food and water, build shelter, and start a fire. Despite the challenge they face, they manage to survive for 127 hours on the deserted island until they are finally rescued by a passing ship. Part 5. St. Pablo wakes up in a cold sweat, looking around his room confused. What a crazy dream. He reaches for his journal and starts to write down the details of his dream, including the trip to Sandals, the first-class flight, and the survival of the deserted island. Maybe I can turn this into a new episode for the Clear Frames podcast. He starts to laugh, realizing that the dream was so vivid that he could actually imagine it as a podcast episode. Who knows, maybe it could even become a hit. He finishes writing in his dream journal and falls back asleep, dreaming of all the possibilities for his new podcast episode. Fiend.
That was all right.
I feel like we could do that better.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do this one too.
Yeah, we definitely can write this thing skipped over so much.
Yeah,
actually, that
over the whole
that one
thing.
would be so much fun to act in. That would be so fun, dude. I can see us I think it nailed the characters down. I think Pablo
It mixed up a little.
Yeah, Pablo
started the TikTok.
Yeah, that'd be Big Cat. And he would be overly excited about first class.
Yeah, he would.
Pablo would be the one
And
doing the
eating.
work. I wouldn't be the one doing the work.
Yeah.
You'd be the one that wants to watch a movie.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep and chill.
Yeah.
But I mean, it gets it. It's like a decent.
It's learning.
Yeah, it's
learning.
decent. It's decent.
It's becoming self-aware.
We definitely could. We could
Right,
have done
way better
way better. Way better.
Way better.
I think we can beat AI for sure.
I think I deserve $45,000.
Honestly, I'm happy with 10 for anything I write.
For real, huh? Take a little deduction.
Yeah.
I'll write for you guys.
All right, man. You got anything else for us?
Nah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
All right, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.